Today we're going to talk about BigCommerce apps. We're going to cover some of the basics. We're going to walk through a couple of common BigCommerce app questions. Then at the end of the video, we're going to share with you some of our favorite BigCommerce apps that we see solving problems for merchants like you every day. Let's get into it. BigCommerce is an e-commerce hosting platform. You pay a subscription fee, and then you get access to a tech stack that sets the foundation for an e-commerce website. Now, the unique thing about BigCommerce is that they're an open SaaS platform, which means that you have the ability to build off that foundation however you see fit in order to create the website that you want to. And that's really where apps come into play, specifically BigCommerce apps. Because apps, when you add them to a website, you're creating functionality and features that go beyond that foundation that is already set for you. And so it's a way that you can really structure and create the website that you want and that your customers are looking for. A common question we hear is, do I really need BigCommerce apps? And BigCommerce does have a good tech stack that's native, and you get it when you sign up for a BigCommerce account. But if you want to be competitive in the e-commerce landscape, it's really in your best interest to get some BigCommerce apps. BigCommerce apps add functionality to your website that customers at this point are used to when shopping online. Say, for example, a chat feature in the bottom right corner that pops up and says somebody's available to chat. That is not native to e-commerce. Rather, that's an app you can get on your store. And there's a variety of those kinds of apps out there. You just have to pick the right one and go with it. But from the customer perspective, that's pretty standard in this day and age. And so you want to make sure that you have those sort of apps on your website to build out the functionality to give customers a great user experience when they're on your site. Once you get comfortable downloading apps onto your site and managing them through your BigCommerce account, you realize there's a lot of great apps out there that you should be leveraging to do various parts of your business. Because ultimately, when you add these apps to your website, it's going to help you increase operational efficiency so you can spend less time on tasks, and it's going to hopefully help your conversion rate if you pick the right apps to integrate based on your client needs. And so really, it's kind of a win-win as long as you know how to navigate the app landscape and know what apps you should be looking for. When you think about apps, think about it in two camps. You have your back-end apps that are more on the admin dashboard side of things that will help you with things like tax automation, analytics, reporting, inventory management. But then you have a set of apps that are meant for the front end of your website on your theme to really help improve the customer experience. Features like shipping transparency, so customers know exactly how much money they're going to be paying for shipping or how soon a package is going to be delivered to their doorstep. Things like CPQ or advanced search or advanced filters. These are all things that you can add on through apps to the front end of your store to give your customers a better experience and therefore increasing your conversion rate. Another common question we get is, how much do BigCommerce apps cost? And honestly, the answer varies because every app is different. And so the app developers have the opportunity to set the price for their app. You're going to regularly see free apps, paid apps, and many apps are going to have free trials where you might be able to test it out on your website for 7 days or 14 days just to see that you like it before you pay for the monthly subscription or pay for an annual subscription for that app. There's a lot of BigCommerce apps out there, and if you need help finding the right ones for your website, feel free to reach out to us. But sometimes you might not be able to find the specific functionality you're looking for. Say, for example, you're going through a BigCommerce migration where you're taking your current site from a different e-commerce hosting platform and bringing it over to BigCommerce. You might need some functionality built on your website that your customers like or customers are looking for, but there's not an app in the App Store that can give you that functionality at this point. And that's where BigCommerce app developers come into play. Now, in the BigCommerce ecosystem, there's a lot of different agencies like Inca Group that work on BigCommerce websites and have teams of people ready to build you the apps with the functionality you're looking for. You want your BigCommerce site to be powerful and to serve your customers in the way that they need. And so by building a BigCommerce app, it can put you in a great position to help you have a successful business. And if you have a specific scenario that comes to mind at this moment, feel free to reach out. We've got a team of dedicated BigCommerce developers, all USA based, who are ready to help build you the app that you're looking for to build out the functionality that you need. What's cool about BigCommerce is that as a company, they've doubled down on some of the apps that they offer, meaning they've created apps that have the functionality their customers have been asking for. Not only their customers, but customers across e-commerce hosting platforms. For example, BigCommerce has an app only on BigCommerce called B2B Edition. What this app does is that when you purchase it and add it to your BigCommerce account, it gives you B2B e-commerce functionality that generally you would have to get through a variety of different apps. BigCommerce has simply put it all in one place. And that honestly makes it easier to manage. And BigCommerce, in the same light as they created their foundation for e-commerce, which is an open SaaS platform, their B2B edition app is also very flexible and very customizable. So sometimes you run across an app and you're just kind of pegged into the app's UI and there's not a lot of freedom you have. But with BigCommerce B2B edition, that app, they give you flexibility to design it and build it out how you need. Now, let's run through a couple of apps that we really like here at Anchor Group and we see help our clients every day. The first one would be Avalara Tax. And it's an app you can get on your BigCommerce store that helps on the operational side of things by collecting tax when needed based on requirements that you set up on the app backend. So when a customer makes a purchase, you automatically are collecting the taxes that you need to be. It's one less thing to worry about. Avalara does a great job with the app. The second app we like to recommend, and we see it being used successfully, is Shipper HQ. And in this app, it provides transparency for shipping based on carrier rates to your customers at time of checkout, which honestly gives your customers more confidence in the time frame that they will get their package delivered to their door. That's really useful because studies have come out over the years showing how important transparency in shipping rates is for sales in an e-commerce website. So by using an app like Shipper HQ, you're giving your customers transparency and visibility into the shipping process. A third app we see used a lot and we recommend is an app Talk.to. And what that is, it's a live chat feature that you can add to your store. It'll pop up in the bottom right-hand corner when somebody logs onto your website. And basically, it's a way for you to communicate with your customers. When you're shopping online, it's very different than shopping in a retail brick-and-mortar location. You don't have sales associates standing around waiting to answer your question. So by having that chat feature pop up in the bottom right-hand corner of a screen, your customers have an avenue to talk to you. They have a way to ask their questions and get their answers in a really simple and easy way. And it has been proven to increase conversion rates on e-commerce sites, which is why we recommend it. Also, the interface of Talk.to is really easy to use. It's very simple and very user-friendly. Check out the show notes below. We're going to have links to useful resources and the apps discussed in this video to give you an easy way to get there. And if there's something we weren't able to answer for you in this video, drop it in the comment section below. We want to make sure that you get your questions answered about BigCommerce apps so you can be as successful as possible with your e-commerce website. Now you know a little bit more about BigCommerce apps, BigCommerce app development, and what BigCommerce apps are out there for you today. If you've got questions, feel free to reach out. We have teams of onshore BigCommerce app developers ready to help you out. So until next time, keep chasing greatness. I'll see you in the next video.